Hey guys, MetalBlade172 here, again with another underused Pokemon Showdown battle. This time the Versus Recorder decided to put me on the other end of the video, so it looks like we're battling against me when really I was the one in control. But despite that, let's look at the opponent's team. A lot of big threats. He has Dusclops, Victini, Machamp, Sableye, all stuff that used to give me a lot of problems back when I used to play UU a while back, and I'm sure they're still just as potent as ever. Ditto is also kind of intimidating because if it's Choice Scarf, that can cause a lot of problems for things like Flygon and especially Zoroark. So I need to watch out for that. And his own Zoroark, I know how potent Zoroark is, and that's going to come into play a lot during this battle. So without any further ado, let's get into the battle. So he leads off with Sableye, and I'm going to lead off with my Zoroark, who's masked like Arcanine right now. He's going to go for the taunt, hoping that I'm some sort of support variant of Arcanine, but I'm actually going to use U-turn. That should be a red flag that I'm actually Zoroark. And I'm going to go in Flygon, kind of hoping that I can bait him into going for a Will-O-Wisp, but he's actually going to taunt again, seeing through my facade. And now I have no real choice but to go for Leaf Storm, and it does a lot of damage, but unfortunately it knocks my special attack down by 50%, so that's a bit unfortunate. But it looks like I'm going to be able to take out Sableye pretty easily once I get Stealth Rock up. He goes into his Victini to resist the Leaf Storm, and that's just going to have me switch out, go into Arcanine, get the Intimidate off before he hits me with a V-Create, which is also resisted by Arcanine, so it doesn't do that much. I mean, you know, 45% is a lot of damage, but considering it's, you know, V-Create, it's not that much. I predict a switch, and I go for Flare Blitz. It actually still does a good chunk of damage, and he was actually over-predicted and goes for U-turn, and he goes into his Ditto. Luckily, I can still outspeed with my Extreme Speed. He was probably going for Extreme Speed himself. Yep, he did. And I get off a lot of damage before Arcanine goes down. So Arcanine actually did some really good work, even though he's out pretty early in the battle. So I come to Flygon, and I'm just going to start cleaning up some of Arcanine's mess with Earthquake. It's basically the usual strategy. Get some prior damage off and then clean things up with Earthquake. It works pretty well. He goes into Machamp, and I don't want to take whatever Machamp has to give me. And it turns out he goes for a Bullet Punch. Luckily, the Empoleon quad resists that, and I'm looking good there. Now I chance the chance that he might be faster than me, but I do get my Stealth Rock up, and that's basically going to kill off the Sableye when it comes in, so that's going to be great. Unfortunately, I lose my Empoleon, and he actually avoids my Leaf Storm when I send in Roserade, so that's very unfortunate. I lose my Roserade to an Ice Punch, and, you know, I'm down a few Pokemon now. So I go into Frostlass, and I know the Bullet Punch is coming, so I go for Destiny Bond, and he actually forgets the rules of Destiny Bond, and since his Bullet Punch does connect first, it actually carries over to the next turn, and I can take out his Machamp with the Destiny Bond. So now all I have is Flygon and Zoroark left. He goes into Sableye just to see what I was going to go into so he can get some Switch Initiative, and he goes into Dusclops, and I was so hoping that this was going to be a Zoroark, so I go into the Focus Blast, hoping that I can nail the Zoroark, but that is not the case. It actually ends up being the Dusclops, and since I'm Choice Specs, then I'm not going to be able to do anything else, so I have to go into Flygon, and I just, instead of going straight back out to Zoroark, which probably would have been the better move, I decided to stay in with Flygon and hit him with an Outrage, get some good damage off, but not as much as I need. So anyway, Choice Specs Zoroark is my last hope, and I start going for Flamethrower. I get a burn, which is pretty nice, considering I missed a couple big plays earlier on. I like having that burn as kind of karma. So, I think he thinks that the game's in the bag for him. He's not really doing any Pain Split shenanigans with his Dusclops. He did it once, but he could have milked it even more if he wanted to. And eventually his Dusclops goes down, but he sends in his own Zoroark, thinking that it's going to just finish off this game, but my Zoroark is Choice Specs, and it takes out his Zoroark no problem after the Stealth Rock damage. So, that, my friends, is the power of a Choice Specs Zoroark. Of course, there was a lot of other things going on in the battle that was very important to Zoroark's success, but never underestimate a Zoroark. I know it's kind of a gimmicky type Pokemon, but it can work to your advantage very, very well, and definitely if I had any other Pokemon, I would have lost that battle. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll talk to you guys again soon, hopefully within the next couple days. I'll probably do another UU, maybe I'll make a new team. Who knows? So anyway, comment, rate, and subscribe, guys, and I'll see you guys later.